Number one Ibble Dibble here. Welcome to my review of Tom Bower's Revenge. Chapter 2, School, Part 6, Making Fetch Happen. Years later, on her 33rd birthday in 2014, Meghan's memories of her childhood shifted. My teens were grappling with how to fit in and what that even meant. My high school had cliques, the black girls and white girls, the Filipina and the Latina girls. Being biracial, I fell somewhere in between. So every day during lunch, I busied myself with meetings. French club, student body, whatever one could possibly do between noon and 1 p.m., I was there. Not so that I was more involved, but so that I wouldn't have to eat alone. In 1993, Thomas's financial security fell apart. He had loaned much of his savings to a friend for a TV business venture. He also faced a huge tax bill. On the advice of the U.S. Revenue Service, he declared himself bankrupt. Since Thomas was still earning a high salary, Meghan's life barely changed. Although she would claim that she had to work at Humphrey Yogurt in Beverly Hills for $4 an hour and grew up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler, Thomas is emphatic. She never worked when she was at school. I would not have allowed it, and she didn't need to. So we've already established that Meghan was the student body president, homecoming queen, the lead in 3 out of 4 school plays, gave the valediction at her middle school graduation, and won an award at Christian summer camp. We know she loves to tout even her dumb non-accomplishments, so why, as an adult, would she pretend to have been a high school reject? In the last video, I read Tom Bower's observation that some girls at school thought she was fake because she was too perfect. Maybe they thought she was fake because she was fake. I bet she told sob stories and made insane promises she never kept to get the other girls to vote for her. I also bet she got all those roles because Thomas was doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work for those school plays. Anyone who's gone to school with the child of an actor of any acclaim, set designer, sound engineer, costume designer, etc., knows those kids always get the lead because their parents basically produced the school play. Is she so out of touch that she thinks pretending to be a loser is the only way people will like her? Because we're all just losers compared to her? I'd also like to point out that I at least find it particularly distasteful and inflammatory that she would imply this loserhood was because of her mixed race background. Again, established in my last video, or the video before that, I don't know, check them out. Racists wouldn't elect her to those positions or award her those roles. Encouraged by Thomas Markle, she had become intensely involved in her school's theatrical productions. To help, Thomas volunteered to erect a professional lighting set on the school stage and build a light board. He had also paid for her orthodontics, removing the gap between her front teeth. Obeying her father, Meghan always perfected her lines and unquestioningly obeyed the director's instructions. His more important advice, after occasionally watching rehearsals, was to explain how best to hold her head, fixate her eyes, show her best profile, and, most important, look sincere. Acting, he emphasized, depended on the appearance of authenticity. So Meghan is ceaselessly mocked on social media for staring down a camera with a Cheshire cat grin regardless of the occasion. It's so odd to me that she continues to check her camera, check her lights, plan her angles, like it's a performance. She's clearly looked at endless photos of Princess Grace, Princess Diana, Catherine, the Queen herself, and she never picked up that they do not look into the lens. I think her ego is so big that she believes she's the professional and she's showing them how it's done. One downside of Meghan's success was her intense jealousy, especially if someone else got the lead part. Drama teacher Gigi Perot noted her strong work ethic and her self-confident performances. School reports mentioned her starring role in a 3-day sellout of Oedipus Rex, and the great applause for her performance in a succession of musicals, Annie, Damn Yankees, and Into the Woods. She demanded that her father pay a professional photographer to take a headshot. Dutifully, Thomas circulated the photo as an open call to producers across Hollywood's studios. She received no replies. As a treat, Thomas took her to the Emmy Awards ceremony when he was nominated as the Best Lighting Director. After they walked down the red carpet, the 17-year-old said, "Daddy, I want to be famous just like you one day." In spring 1999, The musical The Pajama Game was the new school play. Meghan wanted the lead part, but also wanted to go for a week to the school's summer retreat. Gigi Perot, the drama teacher, insisted that Meghan had to choose one or the other. Meghan went to the retreat. Outraged that the teacher denied her a part in the play, she urged her father not to do the lighting. He ignored her demand. Furious, he recalled, she screamed he should obey her wishes. He refused. She moved into Doria's home for a few weeks. She was mad at me, admitted Thomas, and refused to speak to me. Driving around Los Angeles with Nanaki Pretty during that argument, 18-year-old Meghan was being filmed by Pretty steering her car with a license plate, "Classy Girl," a gift from an ex-boyfriend. Meghan did not invite Thomas to her appearance at the local boys' school production of Damned Yankees. Despite her veto, he watched the performance and sent her flowers backstage. She ignored his gesture. For the first time, her father realized that his daughter intended to write the rules. That was the only school play Doria watched, according to Thomas Markle, who, after directing the lighting, watched nearly all Meghan's performances. Thomas Markle became melancholic as his daughter prepared to leave Los Angeles. Serious question, was that vanity plate a passive-aggressive dig that she was stupid enough to put on her car? Because absolutely no one in the upper class ever utters the word class. I don't believe I even heard someone say the word classy until I was 16 years old, and I remember the awkward silence after a new girl at school used it. The thinking is that everyone knows where they stand, it can't be helped, and it shouldn't be commented upon. People who conflate class with manners probably don't have either, and it's incredibly gauche to uphold class or classiness as an aspiration. The same understanding of the world informs my interpretation of these quotes about Meghan's confident performances and remarkable empathy. I can't speak for Californians, perhaps it's different, but East Coast WASPs rarely insult each other. We prefer to absolutely damn with faint praise, and that's what I hear. I'm loath to judge anyone by their behavior in high school, but I do see a parallel here between what she did with Thomas and the school and what she did with Harry and his family. She doesn't seem to see the problem with making people choose between keeping their word and keeping her. What do you think? Is Meghan classy? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be doing a chapter a day to keep the corgis away. Toodaloo!